My name is Duncan. I am a captain of the Gold Mace. I am often called Monster. I have a list that is now expanded to 279 things I am not allowed to do anymore. I'm going to cover the very last entry on every version of this list. It is simply marked XXX, and it has an entry in the middle wiki. It reads, "There is a Pax Romana on the junk. Stop it." Let me explain. In the 4th reign of Edmund, 2 dirty, nasty unbelts we will call Gunnar Redboar and Kellic. This is how far back we're going, people. Decided to play a little game at Gulf Wars, I think 18, I don't know. Kellic was his Majesty Edmund's wrestling champion. Anyone who knows Kellic knows what a problem that becomes. When someone tells Kellic, hey, grab people. Not a good plan. Kellic's running around and wants to wrestle everybody. Hey, come on, wrestle, hey, let's wrestle. His good lady wife likes to make him white cohorties. The roads at Gulf Wars are red clay. This is a bad conversation to have with her about why he's that color. Good Gunnar Redboar shows up, and this is back in powerlifting Gunnar days, when he didn't have a neck, he just went to ears to shoulders. He shows up and he starts setting up his tent, and he's still in his fine Italian garb. You can read that as t-shirts and jeans. And he's standing there leaning against the center pole of the tent drinking a beer because he just had a long drive. And Kellic walks up and goes, hey bro, let's wrestle. Come on, let's wrestle. And Gunnar's response is, nah, I'm good. Kellic doesn't like this answer. Come on, man, wrestle, wrestle, wrestle. And at some point, Kellic goes, huh, and with the back of his hand, makes contact with Gunnar Redboar's junk area. Oh. Gunnar Redboar's response is to drop his beer with his right hand and grab it with his left as it fell. Grab Kellic by the front of his cohorty, lift him up and go, and down the road he bounced. Sadly, in this moment, a game was born among the unbelted champions of the mid-realm. Let's all slap each other in the junk. So the unofficial unbelted champion greeting of that war became, hey bro, how are you? Every 15 minutes, somebody's like, okay, time out, guys, Pax Romana, let's stop this. We'd agree, and then somebody slaps somebody and runs. I wore a cup for 3 days. We went to Edmund and we begged, Your Majesty, please say something. Make them stop. And Edmund looked at us and said, you're all very dumb. And did nothing, and just continued. Waggity, okay, Pax Romana, knock it off. Yeah, we agree. Finally, Great Court comes, and His Majesty Edmund wants to do a party court. The way this works, we do a few pieces of business. Here's the pencil cords of His Majesty Edmund. Let's go get a beer. So we go over to the bar that His Majesty has set up, and we get a drink. About the 3rd iteration of this, 2 people are getting a little celebratory. Some very junior unbelts, of which I am not a number, probably, are very enthusiastically playing Let's Smack Each Other in the Junk. Again, Your Majesty, you're all very dumb. I need a beer. So he goes to the bar, and Captain Richard Elswick, who at that time was his chamberlain, and also officiating the court, was dealing the bar. Court suspended. He hands His Majesty a nice big foaming mug of nut brown beer. As His Majesty, in a very, very nice pale cohorty with a giant embroidered dragon, lifts this foaming mug of beer to his lips, 2 stupid unbelts playing slap each other in the junk over here run into Edmund. Nut brown beer goes, by millimeters, misses this and goes to the ground. And he just looks at Elswick and he goes, make it stop. And Elswick goes, Your Majesty, is that a decree? Whatever is needed. Oh yeah, here he opens the court of His Majesty Edmund. There's a Pax Romana on the junk. Stop it! Here suspends the court of His Majesty Edmund. This was read in the pale. It is kingdom law. It has never been rescinded. There is a Pax Romana on the junk. Stop it!